Are you feeling weak? Do you miss the Iceborne big PP file damage? Well, I finally figured out the most broken chargeable builds that will obliterate any monster thieves. Embrace Caveman Anga Banga! Hey guys, Deva here. It's been a while since my last build video and I wanted to take my time to enjoy the release of Rise since I took vacation and grind a bit of gear, but I'm here now and I will bring you two of the most busted chargeable guilds at the moment. I won't go very in depth for now since there is so many different combination of switch skills and armor skills, but I will show you my current setup and how I hit over 100 damage per file or more, and which are the best switch skills for pushing your damage. It doesn't take more than a week to reach endgame and craft these builds, but the big RNG part are charms that have thousands of possibilities, but for now I made some builds with what I have or what is obtainable within a week. In this video I will cover two raw builds since in my opinion element is not that important. I will probably make an extra video for element, but raw literally just obliterates element at the moment again. One of them is the best Savage Axe build for melee damage, and the other is a maximized raw and file damage build. So the first build is the ultimate SAD build. We are using here the Gross Harak Charge Blade, but you can also use the Rajang one instead. I will explain the difference in a bit. Those two have the highest raw in the game at the moment. In Illyri Rise, there is no way to get 100% crit and all the important skills in, but that's no issue. Capcom buffed attack boost now to be a percentage increase of raw, which makes it better than crit boost 3 in the most cases. This build is focused getting the highest raw possible, but it will also be even stronger than a build with 100% crit without even critting. This will all change anyway after the first title upgrade, when we can fit more crit skills in. Ramp up is basically augments, but every weapon has its own one. Gross will boost your damage if you land a negative crit, which will happen on average every 5th of your hits. So the 20% negative affinity is actually no issue. Attack boost 7 gives now 10 raw and 10% overall raw damage increase. Bludgeoner makes its comeback and this time it's meta. Why? Simply because most of the weapons are around green sharpness at the moment, so they instantly take the boost of 10%, which is massive. It's like another 7 attack boost permanently. Now while Gross Harak Charge Blade has a bit of blue, it will fall behind Rajang on damage for about 2% on the first few hits, but that's only till you drop to green. But Rajang also misses a level 2 slot, so we are going to drop to attack 6 there and lose again 2% damage. So it's really up to you. Rajang could possibly be better, but it really won't make much or any difference in your hands, so use whichever fits your playstyle more. Artillery level 3 boosts your file damage by a whole 30%, so it's a must use for SAD gameplay. And the decos are easy to craft, unlike Monster Hunter where you had to farm for them for ages. Also, for the newcomers that don't know, the foot skill Feline Bombardier boosts also your file damage for about 15%, so always be sure to eat for it. Rapid Morph speeds up your morphing attacks, which are switching from guard point to SAD or AD, from axe to sword and vice versa. Not a mandatory skill, but it's good to have. The hits will also have a 20% boosted damage. Loadshells is a capacity boost which was nerfed and now you need 2 levels of it to gain 1 additional file. Flinch free is a must in multiplayer hands since without it you literally get non-stop flinched, but this skill got buffed as well and now it's a craftable level 1 deco. Mindsight comes for free with the armor, even though a charged sword has natural mindsight by default. This skill prevents you from bouncing, which is perfect for yellow-green sharpness weapons. There is really no good level 1 decorations other than that, so I filled the level 1 slots with stun resistance to prevent getting stunned, and speed sharpening, which allows you to instant sharpen whenever you drop to orange. Green to yellow is only a 5% damage loss, so I wouldn't bother sharpening at yellow at all. Counter-Strike is offensive guard, which will boost at level 2 your damage by 10% for a short amount of time. If I remember correctly, it was about 20 seconds. and that only after performing a perfectly timed guard, so basically guarding right before the monster hits you. Doing that, you can shortcut counter SD, which is a real good combo. I was lucky getting this charm, which looks pretty decent, but there is also better ones, for example double weakness exploit with double crit boost and slots, which is basically the best you can have in the game. So in case you miss this, try to prioritize the ones with Rapid Morph over Counter Strike, but both of the skills are really not mandatory. Now let's go to what skills I use. Honestly, it depends on the matchup and its moveset. So for switch skills, one is Savage Axe or Sword Charge, is up to you. Switch skills number 2 can be the default one, which is a morph slash, basically just Charge Blade as you know it. But if you choose counter morph slash, your morphing move become much slower and give you a bigger guard point window when switching from sword to axe and the opposite. Successfully guarding with it will give you a massive damage boost. But the best thing is we're using Rapid Morph 3, which speeds up your switching by 30% anyway, so it's about the usual switching time almost. The synergy of these skills works just perfect together. Switch skill number 3, I personally prefer Counter Peak Performance, which is a long-lasting guard that will instantly fill all your files. So you can just block monster roars at the beginning of the battle and already have a shield charged. And Axe Hopper is basically an aerial SAD with higher damage on its melee hits than a normal SAD. So again, it's up to you, I personally prefer the first one. So to summarize the decos, you will need 3-time attack jewels, 2 artillery, 1 bludgeoner, 1 flinch free, 2 capacity boost and 3 speed sharpening. You will most likely have unlocked all of this if you beat the final boss. Now for the level 1 slots, as I mentioned before, you can use any decoration you want, like you can use thunder resistance instead of speed sharpening or something like that. Going to build number 2, to which is my favorite charge blade in the game, and it's what I use the most. I use this build for a mixed gameplay between SAD and Savage Axe. Darker weapons come with 40% affinity, very high row, but also white sharpness, which makes it having actually the highest row as long as the white lasts. For the people that don't know, sharpness is nothing else than a damage multiplier that you don't see on the weapons through attack. So if a Narga has, for example, 200 with white and Grosarak has 230 with blue, Nargacuga has basically also 230, kind of. I don't remember exactly, I think it was about 8 or 10%. For rampage skills, you go either with attack boost or defense grind, which allows you to refill sharpness every time you guard, but it's also a little bit RNG, so which one you prefer? As a charm, I used a plain weakness exploit 2 charm without any slots, which is actually not that rare. I had also ones with slots, but I accidentally melted them. The best charm for this build you can get will be a 2 Vex and 2 crit boost with slots, but that's like winning the lottery, so for now I'm not considering it. You should have a total of 3 weakness exploit in the build, which gives you a 50% crit chance on weak spots, so we are already at 90% affinity or crit chance. Call it whatever you want. Like I'm sure a lot of people don't know that affinity means crit chance, because when I started Monster Hunter I didn't know that myself. With the crit boost that comes from the Rajang legs, you have now a total of 135 crit damage. This means 9 out of 10 hits will be boosted by 35%, which is why 100% crit and crit boost 3 always would be meta if we could fit everything in. Attack boost 4 for extra row, artillery 3, which you can switch out for another 3 attack if you really don't plan using SADs and just go Savage Axe. Light and power comes for free with some major armor pieces, and it will fill up your missing 10% affinity during the battle, but lasts only for a short period of time and takes some time or damage taken to activate. You can look all this up in the wiki, I'm not gonna go in depth now. This time I filled the level 1 slots with speed sharpening again, flinch free and bombardier, but you really can replace bombardier and use any other decoration. I just simply used that because we were doing a bump speed run. Yeah, I just left it there. The decos used here are artillery 3 and 3 grinder. If you don't have the materials for decos yet and want to get artillery, the Rhenopulse braces are really good replacement. They have a level 2 slot and 2 artillery. So yeah, that was it. Hope you all enjoyed the video and could get what you were looking for. If so, you can help me also out by leaving a like and comment down below what you want to see next from me. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome builds, guides and speedrun videos. And with that said, I wish you all a nice day and happy hunting, guys.